Hello, in this video, I want to talk about the book Tribe of Mentors by Tim Ferris. Before I get started, down below in the description, there's a link. And if you do click on it, there's training on how someone can make the most amount of money using social media. Now, overall, this book is fucking amazing. It's a great book. It's a great read. If you don't know who Tim Ferris is, he wrote the 4-Hour Work Week, blah, which I haven't read, but I want to, along with the hundreds of other books that I would love to read. But of course, everyone's time starved, right? Nowadays, our attention span is pretty much shot. And it's gone down a whole lot because we're hit with so many distractions and alerts and crap going on. So reading a book is harder than ever, right? Especially when you got videos and stuff going on. Now, with Tribe of Mentors, it's a really great book because it's short advice from the best people in many different niches and industries. So it's really a brilliant idea for a book. So huge kudos to Tim Ferris for coming up with this idea, but also implementing it and actually doing it. I also really like the questions he asks all these people in different niches in the book. Such as, what advice would you give to a smart, driven college student about to enter the real world? So that's a great question. Another one is, like, in the last 5 years, what have you become better at saying no to? Which is a great question because we all might need to get better at saying no to things. Let's suck up our energy and time that doesn't really help us or whatever. I know from my own personal experience, last year I was the nice guy that was somewhat of a sucker, you may call it. I like the quote that after playing poker for 5 minutes, if you don't know who the sucker is, you're the sucker, basically. So, yeah, I need to get better at saying no to things myself. Another great question he asked people is, when you feel overwhelmed or unfocused, what do you do? That's a great question. What purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months on recent memory? And by asking that question, from all these different people in different industries, you got a lot of great ideas on things that can help your own life. So some brilliant ways of looking at things, different ways of looking at things. And that's what's so great about this book and about these questions. Now, I mean, think about it. How is this going to affect your life? That's what I was thinking about, and I read it through the book once, and I want to read through it again too. Another great question is, what book or books you give most as a gift, and why? Or what books greatly influence your life? And there's just a ton of different books that people recommend that, yeah, you could look at if you ever got some time. Another really good question he asked, and again, he asked a lot of different questions, or a ton. I just want to go over a few of them. But how has a failure set you up for later success? Do you have a favorite failure? And lastly, probably my favorite question is, if you have a giant billboard where everyone can see it, what would it say and why? I mean, just get to the short, damn advice, like the couple seconds. One of my favorite ones that someone wrote was, I think she was a producer of Game of Thrones, and one of her advice was, "Fuck you, pay me," because she was like a freelancer, and like nobody started paying her in the beginning. They just kind of like used her. I guess we all can relate to that. So that was her billboard. That was pretty funny. Another guy working in Hollywood was like, "They're lying to you." That was his billboard. Don't trust them. That was pretty funny. A couple other great ones would be, the things you own end up owning you. That's a great saying there, right? Huh? By Chuck Palahniuk. Uh, Everything you want is on the other side of fear. How much truth is that, huh? There's a lot of truth to that. I mean, a lot of what we do is based on fear, I believe. So getting over your own fear is big, just for your, like even me, for my own personal journey. I really like Annie Dukes. If you know who she is, she's like a professional poker player. And her saying was, listen to people who have different ideas and opinions than you, and try to change your mind about one thing a day, which is a great saying. Especially like the whole saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I know, like my dad and, and people that get up there in age, it's, they don't want to change their ways. They just get stuck in them. So that's a great thing to remember, even for myself. I need to like keep reminding myself to, adapt. The three most important things in life is to live, give, and forgive. That's a really good quote. I love that quote. And again, most of these quotes are these sayings and these little short things I actually put in my Twitter accounts. They kind of put them out there and tweet. I use some myself because they're really good. Ignore anyone who tells you to go for security over experience. Boom, by Patton Oswalt. And there's so many great stories in this book, and just like little pieces of knowledge here and there from all these different experts and people that that climb their field or whatever. That I can't recommend this book enough. It's a wonderful read, and I'm definitely want to go through it a second time. And there one more quote I want to leave you. One more short little piece of advice is: it's not how well you play the game, it's deciding what game you want to play. That's really good too. Uh, so if you like this video, please just give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you are interested in making some money on the side using social media, which it's a pretty good thing to do, especially in this day of age where there's no job security like there was when my dad got a job out of high school, working manufacturing cans, making a shitload of money. And it was pretty lucky, really. It stayed there forever, got a pension. I'm like, that's not going to happen for me, man. Social Security is still going to be around. I don't know. So it's a good idea to kind of make some money on the side and be more control of your own destiny, your own future. And using social media is a wonderful tool to do that. And I've been around the internet marketing, niche and educational programs for a really, really long time. Okay, I've been in there since people were writing articles and pitching their program right at the end of the article, through Easy and everything like that. Before even people started getting into the email list, which was I went through the Chris Farrell's training about the email list. That was like a long, long time ago. So I've been in it for a while. And what I'm trying to say is I've been through a shitload of educational programs for internet marketing, social media and stuff. And this one's really, really good. It's really good, okay? And if you want to learn more about it, just click on the link below and check it out. And hopefully, you like it, take advantage of it. And I wish you the best. And take care, and bye for now.